Thank you, No More Robots and Panic Barn for the review code. There's some poetry behind Soccer Story being released around the same time as the World Cup kicks off in Qatar. While FIFA in the World Cup is continually wrapped in controversy, Soccer Story deals with ripping away the control of soccer from a bloated and greedy organization looking to make it their sport that only they can profit off of. Unlike the World Cup, FIFA, and the host city of Qatar, Soccer Story is a cozy, charming, and fun experience with lots of heart and humor. While you're here, throw us a like and hit that subscribe button for the best parent gamer-focused content. This is a spoiler-free review of Soccer Story. I'll be talking about some of the story beats and side quests, but I won't be ruining any of the locations, characters, and main quest line in this review. The footage you'll see is primarily from the first location. The game opens up at the Apple Cup with two unknown teams playing one another. Once you score the opening goal, an unknown calamity occurs that breaks everything on site and allows Soccer Inc. to take control of the game of soccer. From that day forth, only Soccer Inc. is allowed to hold competitive soccer matches. That is, till a magical soccer ball shows up to your house, and that is the beginning of your story. Your soccer story! Sorry, I had to. At its core, Soccer Story is an RPG wrapped around the game of soccer. Your goal, like most RPGs, is to upgrade all of your skills to continue winning on the pitch. Using medals that can be purchased or earned through side quests, your goal is to fully upgrade your speed, shooting, passing, and strength for both you and your team. Your team consists of 3 other humans, one being the twin you did not select, and an animal captain manning the goal. Throughout the games, you'll be able to control all of these characters when they have the ball. One gripe about this is that the player switching seems almost random, and I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out how to switch off-ball characters. This won't take away from the enjoyment of the game on the field. And truth be told, there is a good game here on the pitch. If your idea of playing football is to emulate the latest FIFA game, this is not a game for you. This is an arcade style of soccer that surprised me at how competitive it is. I was truly mad when I lost against other teams and celebrated the victory so much that I would trash talk whatever team I was playing against. If you played Golf Story on the Nintendo Switch, you'll notice some similarities between the two titles. While the obvious is the sports story background about rekindling a passion, the graphical art style is also quite similar. That is not a bad thing either, as Panic Barn's choice to use more of a 16-bit pixel art style works wonderfully. On my first boot up of the game, I sat back and listened to the sound coming through my headphones and was brought back to my younger days of playing games on my Sega Genesis. This game evoked some nostalgic feelings, and for a game that is this cozy, that is such perfection. Quickly, let's talk about your options. The options in this game are quite limited, but that's to be expected of a game that won't bog down your GPU. You can see my rig in the corner of the screen. Your standard options here are resolution, display mode, VSync, and a graphics toggle that moves between quality and performance. In the options menu, you're also allowed to pick your language with an option to choose English but call it football. Truly thought that was a nice touch. If you're looking to get in depth with your graphical settings, you're playing the wrong game. I was able to play in quality and get a very stable 144 frames per second through all of my playthroughs. You should be able to maximize your frames without any issues throughout your playthrough of this game. Sound design is also pretty good. The overworld feels like a tune that could have been plucked straight from a game like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. Its melodic tune is calming and enjoying, which is good because it's the only overworld tune you'll hear throughout the game when running around. Ball sounds are lovely. Passing and shooting has that thud that you'd expect when kicking a soccer ball around. It sounds great when a goal is being scored. The text overlays, of which there are a lot, isn't a grating sound like in Pentiment, but instead works really well as text is splayed across the screen. For those who own a Steam Deck, this game also runs incredibly well on the deck. Before I talk about its performance, one thing I noticed is that there doesn't seem to be a Steam Cloud save feature available but that could be because the game hasn't officially launched yet. This honestly wasn't a deal breaker for me because it meant I could simultaneously run a second playthrough as the other twin to see if there are any different story beats. Performance on the Steam Deck itself is stellar. The game runs at a smooth 60 frames per second and I didn't notice any frame drop or irregularities while playing it. Currently the game isn't deck verified, meaning it will run flawlessly on the Steam Deck, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Soccer Story get that green check mark soon enough. As you know, here on 3 Dads on a Console, we do not score games. If every game is a 9 or 10, then no games are ultimately a 9 or a 10. Instead, we look at 2 crucial things for gaming parents with limited time to hold a controller. 1, does Soccer Story respect your time? And 2, can you play it around your children? I can wholeheartedly say that both are a yes. While Soccer Story can seem fetch questy at times, I was never exhausted with needing to backtrack. The map is small enough that moving across doesn't feel like a chore, and there are so many side quests available that you're always walking to something new. The game doesn't waste your time like larger AAA titles. It has a story to tell and does so without the need to send you off to do side quests to level up. There are no level up mechanics, there is no power gating, there are no microtransactions. This is truly a wonderful indie title experience. And secondly, you can play this game around your children. Heck, this game is pick up and play enough that your child can play it. I would recommend that your child should be around 7 or 8 due to the amount of text on the screen. There is no voice acting in the game, so if they can't read and you don't want to sit there explaining to them what to do, I would wait. But ultimately, I highly recommend Soccer Story. While it won't win any Indie Game of the Year awards, I can tell you it is a game you'll purchase, play, and immensely enjoy. Grab your favorite pair of boots, a magical soccer ball, and head out onto the pitch. If you enjoyed the review, please leave a like, leave a subscribe, maybe hit that bell, and we'll see you next time on 3 Dads on a Console. Have yourself a great week. Thank you, everybody.